What do you want more leads for? You want more leads so that you can get more people into your network, so that you can get more sales into your pocket, right? Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra Kidd. I am a business strategist for the Busy Mompreneur. I teach moms how to start, run, and scale their online businesses so they can be present in their kids' lives. If you are new to the channel, thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Click that bell, get the notifications. New content launches every Monday at 9. And I'm excited for you to be here. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Drop a hey there and a hello below so I can say hey. If you have any questions during the videos, don't hesitate to drop them below. All right, today we're going to talk about how to get more leads. How to get more leads. What do you want more leads for? You want more leads so that you can get more people into your network, so that you can get more sales into your pocket, right? So is that the end all be all with helping people and communicating with people? No, you're going to want to lead with service, but you want leads in order to then convert to income. After all, you are in business. It is not a dirty word to be like, hey, I'm in it for some money too, right? I absolutely love and cherish helping mamas. I love creating free stuff for you guys. Hello, YouTube. But at the end of the day, there is still a fee for working with me one-on-one or getting into any one of my courses. And that is something that you have to decide whether or not that you are ready to move forward with in your business, right? Investing in yourself, it is crucial. But right now, we're going to talk about how to get more leads into your network. We're talking about the 5 ways to get more leads into your network. Number 1, you have to know what your ideal client's demographic is. Yes, I said it. You have to know exactly who that ideal client breaks down into. I don't even know how many people I can count through my years of coaching who have come to me and they're like, I work with moms. Cool. There's a lot of different levels of moms, right? There are moms who are stay-at-home moms who all they do is stay at home. They're a one-income household. They are the sole supporter and provider for the in-house care and cooking and cleaning and whatever. There are moms who stay at home and don't work, who don't have businesses of their own. So they truly are a one-income household. For us, we have multiple streams of income, but I am fully stay at home. I am fully caring for my son. I am doing all the errands and all the stuffs because it's what I do. But I do work. Hello. Your moms, what do they do, right? Who are they? What is their income bracket? How many kids do they have? What's their education level? What is it very specifically? Who and what are they in as far as your demographic? Is your audience member a male who went to college for only 4 years, didn't go to higher, didn't get a master's, didn't get a PhD? Maybe your ideal clients are people who went and got master's degrees, but then decided not to pursue careers in those particular fields, and instead they went with a different field. What very specifically is your ideal client's demographic? What do they look like? Down to the finite detail. What is their specific demographic? Because this is going to play big time into tip number 3, which we'll get to in a minute. But what is their demographic? What do they like? What do they do? Where do they live? How much do they make? 1 income or 2 income? Do they have a family? Do they not have a family? If they have a family, does one stay home? Does one go to work? What very specifically who are you looking to target? Okay. In order to get more leads, you got to know who specifically they are. Number 2, what are their pain points? What specifically are they struggling with that you help them overcome? By working with you, what very specifically are you going to help them manage? When I signed up for my coach last year, again for the second time, this will be the 3rd year that I've worked with him. I very specifically wanted to know how to scale to 7 figures. Okay, that was my absolute end all be all goal. And while I have not quite reached that goal yet, I know it's been 2 years. This will be my 3rd year. I am on track to hit that. Yay. But here's the thing. I am his target market. I do want to hit 7 figures, but here's the drawback for me specifically. I'm a mom, and that will always come first to me. So, not technically falling into his exact demographic. He wants people who are like solely dedicated to business. So, I absolutely love working with my coach because I'm getting the tools that I need in order to set into place and adapt to my own particular business. But I am not specifically his ideal client because my sole focus is not 100% business 24/7, 365, right? That's why I'm here for you. Because that's not exactly what you want to do either, right? You still want to hit that phenomenal income. Who doesn't? But you don't want to be attached 24/7, 365. That's what I'm here to help you with. Right. So, what exactly are their pain points? Are they dealing with financial stress and they need your help with figuring out their books so that they don't miss tax time? Are they dealing with inflammation and they need help with lymphatic drainage? Do they need cozy coasters for their cups? I make these. I don't sell these. This is really crappy. It's like 3 years old. It's actually burned from a candle. That's not dirt. It's just I got burned. But I don't like my cups sitting on stuff. Like, what do they need? What is it that they need from you? What specifically do they need? Number 3, what is their budget? Now, could I 100% charge $15,000 for a month's worth of work with me? Yeah, absolutely. I know that I'm worth more than I charge, 100% without a shadow of doubt. Will I charge that? No, because you guys are my ideal client and your budget is significantly less than $15,000 a month. Okay. You can actually work with me for an entire year for just a little over $15,000. Not significantly more, but it's a lot of value, right? But you're not going to be paying $400,000 to be working with me. I pay about $60,000 a year to work with my coach. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but I'm also paying him for all kinds of things that I cannot get on my own, right? So for me, that's the level of investment that my business and I am willing to take. And that's something that fits in my budget that I'm okay spending. So figure out what your ideal client's budget is. In order to get more leads, you have to produce things that they are going to want to buy, and you have to make them affordable, right? So that they can buy them. If I said, here's the course that's going to end all of your problems, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to teach you how to do this, 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 and this. It's going to get you clients. It's going to save you time. It's going to keep you off the internet 24/7. It's going to allow you more time with your families, your kids. You're just going to have income on the regular, right? And I'm like, okay, and the price tag is $10,000. You're going to be like, great, fudge cups. I can't do that, even if I just didn't do anything else all year, right? Because most of my mamas come from a one-income household, and they have to ask spousal thoughts, opinions, questions, comments, concerns on what they spend money on. I understand that. Most of my courses and things like that are either $1,000 or less, because that is a typical one budget deal for my mompreneurs. So what is it that you have for your specific leads that is within their budget? What is their budget? You have to know what their budget is before you go putting things out there. This is all part of market research, which is something we talk about in an entirely different video. But in order to get more leads into your network, you need to know what their specific demographic is so that you can go find them. You need to know what their specific pain point is so that you can create content around that pain point, because you're going to solve that problem. Number 3, you have to know what their budget is, because you cannot provide them this most amazing solution that they absolutely cannot live without if it's like 10 times what they're even remotely capable of spending, even if they put all of their credit cards out there at once, right? We don't want to do that. I don't encourage that. Please don't ever tell your clients that they have to put something on a credit card. Otherwise, they're not going to succeed. I think that is the most annoying thing on the planet. One of my very first coaches was like, well, if you really want to succeed, you'll put it on a credit card. Great. Okay, cool. Let me just run that one by my husband, right? No, just don't say that. Don't say that. Number 4, what platforms are they using? Now that you know their demographic, now that you know what their pain points are, now that you know what their budget is, where are these people hanging out so that you can get in front of them? If you absolutely love using Instagram, and it's so super cool because you love the pretty pictures, I'm not teasing you, just go with it, Karen. And you only love Instagram, but your ideal people are not hanging out on Instagram because they like real, they don't like fake. My opinion on Instagram, okay? Take it or leave it. Don't judge. But if they're hanging out on Facebook, your butt needs to be on Facebook in order to be attracting your ideal people. If you are selling creations or recipes or whatever, chances are you're going to do a lot better on Pinterest, where there's 1.5 million recipes. I don't know about you guys, but if I ever need a recipe, the very first place that I go looking is Pinterest. Now, whether that's an outdated theory or thought or process or whatever, that's just what I do. I go looking at Pinterest for a recipe. So if that's your niche, you need to be where they are. You cannot just solely be working on Instagram. Now, can you get clients where they're not necessarily the most concentrated? Yeah, absolutely. I still get clients from Instagram, and I'm so very little on Instagram. I don't like Instagram, but it doesn't mean that I'm not attracting people on Instagram. I'm getting a significant amount from here. I love it. I'm also getting a significant amount from Facebook. So that's where I hang out mostly, because that's where the majority of my income comes from. So you have to figure out where specifically your people are coming from or hanging out so that you can give them the information so that they can then become your leads, right? Number 5, what content do they need to hear? So you know what specifically they look like, right? You know how much they make, you know what they do for a living, what their hobbies are, what their interests are, you know where they're hanging out, you know what their pain points are, you know what their budget is. Now create content that is enticing and interesting and informative and educational for them so that they can listen, pay attention, show up, and purchase, right? So whether you're getting them in initially just through a free item or a small dollar item so that they can get a taste of you, get the feel for you, get some interest in you, right? Or you are hooking little fish hook into to reel them in for good. I am a fisherman's wife. My husband's business is DK Custom Rods. If you want to check that out, it's right there. So there's a lot of fishing analogies in my life. It's what you do when you marry a fisherman. But he does build custom fishing rods. And oddly, I've had a lot of business for him from my own community, which is hilarious. I did not realize how many fisher women I had in my network. But anywho, I'm not here to pitch his business, but it's there if you want it. But what content specifically does your ideal client need to hear? Do they need step-by-steps? Do they need action steps? Do they need complete solvings of, temporary things until they get to the big things with you? What is it that they want to hear? If you have no idea how to create good content that is helpful or engaging or entices people into your network, go ahead right here and grab the social media content template. It is going to be a lifesaver. I'm going to teach you how exactly to format, exactly where to post, and how things should look so that people are like, oh, absolutely. Oh, let me pay attention. Oh, I should do that. Or I should buy that, or I should go like that, or I should go sign up for that free thing, right? I'm going to show you how exactly to do that in the social media content template right there. So go grab that. So how do you get more leads into your network? You have to know who specifically, your demographic, what do they look like? You have to know who they are before you can bring them into your network. What is their specific demographic? What are their specific pain points? You know what they look like, who they look like, what they make, all that jazz. What are their problems that you are going to solve for them? What is their budget? Again, you cannot be putting out things that is like way beyond their budget. I once worked with a VA. Now I have 2 VAs and a YouTube assistant who are immensely helpful. But I was interviewing for a potential 3rd VA before one of my VAs was like, hey, I can take on more work. I was like, yes. And she wanted me to pay her like $95 an hour. I was like, no. I don't even pay myself $95 an hour. No, absolutely not. Like, I do very, very well in my business, but I'm still not going to pay somebody $95 an hour when my longest, most expensive VA is around $45 an hour. No, you are not gold. So what's their budget? What are they willing to pay for? What platforms are they using? And what content do they need to hear from you in order to entice them enough to pay attention and sign up for whatever it is that you're offering? Again, if you don't know what content that you need to be sharing, go ahead, grab the social media content template right there or down below. The link is down below as well, so that you can get organized and get right in front of your ideal clients, right? All right, again, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ding, and hit the bell so that you get notified every time new content comes out. New content comes out every Monday at 9, and I will see you guys right back here next Monday with something new. Bye, guys.